What's up guys, my name's Skylar. I'm the founder of a retention agency called Influx Labs. And if you are an e-commerce brand owner who has been looking into setting up SMS marketing as a channel, but you haven't quite gotten around to it, today I'm going to show you the exact A to Z SMS marketing tutorial and the exact marketing strategy that we actually use with this retention channel to earn our clients tens of thousands of dollars through text marketing on a monthly basis. SMS marketing is the most underrated form of advertising that currently exists. Why is that? Because you can directly contact any of your customers that are on this list at a moment's notice and send a notification to their phone that you know they're going to check in a matter of seconds. That being said, it's also one of the most difficult advertising mediums to get right? Every time you send a text, something that you risk is actually annoying and alienating your customers, causing them to, one, unsubscribe and potentially dislike your brand for the rest of their existence. The truth is, most brands treat SMS like another email channel or just an add-on to their email marketing, and this is exactly why they fail. SMS is its own channel and it needs to be treated as such. What this means is that it is not just an add-on for your email marketing where you can, one, send an email out and send the same exact SMS text out as a pair and expect to see solid results with SMS. It is a money printer when you partner it in tandem with email, but you have to give SMS the same amount of respect, love, and care that you actually give your email marketing plan for it to be successful. So what I'm going to do in this tutorial is actually show you how to use SMS marketing to maximize your customer retention from A to Z so that you can start using SMS as early as this week for your ecom brand and start generating revenue using SMS marketing. So let's get into it. Step one, building your SMS list. So obvious fact, before you can actually start sending text to an SMS list, you have to actually build out the list. So here is the best way that we found to actually grow your SMS list from your website. The first step is to set up your SMS list on your SMS service provider. So there are a plethora of different SMS service providers that you can actually use, but our two favorite SMS tools that we found, the two that we use for all of our clients, and the two most useful in our opinion are OneText, which in our experience has been kind of the most interactive and it has the most customizable features. It uses a lot of AI, and so there's a ton that you can do, and you can make the SMS text actually very interactive. So OneText is our favorite SMS tool, and our other favorite is actually just the SMS system that is within the email service provider Klaviyo. And if you're watching this video and you have email marketing set up, the odds are you're already using Klaviyo. So if that's the case, then I would recommend just sticking with it for SMS as well. If you are already familiar with it, it has a really solid SMS system as well. So try to keep everything in one place in Klaviyo for peace of mind. Otherwise, I would recommend looking into OneText. But either way, if you pick one of these, you should have absolutely no trouble getting started. Once you have signed up with an SMS provider, the next immediate step is to create a sign-up form for your ecom page. So create a sign-up form for your landing page so that people can actually start to sign up for your SMS list and actually get filtered into a place where you can then take these numbers and send them different SMS texts. So there are multiple ways to get people to sign up for your SMS list, and we're going to actually cover all of them and different strategies that you can use to kind of get a bunch of people in bulk onto your list. But the most effective way is just from a simple pop-up form on your actual landing page. So what you're going to want to do is set up a different one for desktop and a different one for mobile so that you're going to be able to collect all of the people that visit your page on desktop, on their MacBooks, on their laptops, and then also the overwhelming majority of people, which will be from mobile. First, we're going to cover exactly what you need to do to start collecting the numbers of the traffic that come to your website from desktops. So here's the process. First, what is going to happen is you're going to set up that SMS list like we explained before, and then you are going to set up a desktop pop-up form, and then there's actually going to be another process right after that where they're going to get something sent to their phone, and they're going to actually confirm their sign up on mobile. So here are the exact settings that we're going to use when we're setting up a pop-up form for SMS. So you're going to be able to find these pop-up forms within your actual SMS service provider. They're going to have a section for sign-up forms, and you can actually go in there and create one yourself. So when you do that, these are the settings that you're going to use. And then I'm going to show you exactly kind of what this pop-up form should look like, some of the best practices for actually making high converting sign-up forms, and how you should have this set up for desktop users on your landing page. So here's exactly what you need to have to set up your pop-up sign-up form for desktop. So essentially, you're going to have a sign-up form that looks like this. This is an example for Gymshark, and let me run you through kind of what this does, and then exactly why it's so effective for collecting phone numbers for Gymshark. So what you have here is a pop-up sign-up form, which essentially is going to pop up on their website after people have either scrolled 50% of their website page, or after a time delay, usually something like 12 to 15 seconds, or on leave intent. So that means when someone kind of hovers over the actual back button and goes to leave the website, they're going to get this popping up onto their landing page. So you're going to set up a pop-up form, and this is kind of the aspects that this is going to have. So you're going to have a main headline, which should be your offer. So to get people to sign up for your SMS list, you need to have some incentive that is valuable enough for people to want to trade their phone number for it. So give them a fair trade. In Gymshark's case, they have found that this fair trade is actually 10% off. So the headline is going to say 10% off, and then it's going to tell them in the subheader what this is for. So no you up text, just the very best of Gymshark straight to your phone. Tells them what they're signing up for. Below that, they're going to have an actual consent form. So you have to have this when you are having a pop-up form for people to sign up to SMS, so they know exactly what it is and that you can confirm that they consent to it. So I'll show you what that is in a second, but you need to have that here as well. Below that is the actual section for people to put in their mobile number, where they put their phone numbers in. And below that is the actual button that they're going to press. So get 10% off now, strong CTA, right? They trade their phone number for it. They click this. And then once they click through and actually put their phone number in, what they're going to go to next is this actual mobile confirmation. So these people put their phone numbers in. It's going to then send them this, which says check your texts and reply Y to confirm your subscription. So there is a double opt-in situation here, and that's just what you have to do to receive consent for SMS, right? It's a little bit more tricky than email because you're actually sending it straight to their phone and their text messages. So there's a bit more as far as boundaries go. So you have to do this double opt-in. So this is what a successful pop-up form looks like on desktop, and this is what the settings are for it. So again, you're going to have that phone number field, which is this consent. Basically, people put in their phone number. You're then going to have the button, and once they put in their phone number, click it. They're actually going to be sent to the success page that we showed right here, where they double opt in. And also in between that, you need to have the SMS consent text. So this is the exact consent text that we use. And you can actually just swap out like your company name for this and use this. This is the exact legal text that you need to use for SMS consent. So I'll let you screenshot this, but also I'm going to give you this document at the end of the video, so you'll be able to copy and paste this and keep it for yourself. Next, what you're going to want to do is actually set up the same pop-up form for your mobile users, right? Most of the people that come to your website are going to be on mobile, so you need to make sure that you have the pop-up form optimized for mobile as well as desktop, so that you can collect the numbers of all of your mobile traffic as well. So here's how that goes. You're going to have that SMS list set up from before. you're then going to set up SMS keywords, which we'll go over, and then the pop-up form, and then the keyword to subscribe. So the way that it works versus desktop is actually you're going to have kind of a similar pop-up form here where you have the same offer, the same subheader, and the same consent text that we went over right up here. Same exact thing for that, except the way that they opt in when they click through on this button is slightly different since it's on mobile. So you're going to have that action, subscribe, which is the button, the SMS disclosure block, and then SMS keywords. So what an SMS keyword is essentially what someone is going to text you to sign up to your list. So they're going to click this button on mobile to go through and, want to get this discount. They're then going to receive this text and it's going to auto populate this for them so that they can send the keyword back. So you're going to set this keyword text message up actually in your SMS provider. And what's going to happen is they're just going to hit send here. And that is their way of double opting in by sending this SMS keyword to sign up that you set up before. So keywords are really cool because you can also just, put this in an email campaign and say, hey, if you want to sign up for SMS, just text this to this number. And that's another quick way of getting people to sign up. So we'll go over that a little bit more in a second, but that's how the mobile pop-up form works too. It's pretty simple. It's going to be similar to desktop, except it's going to be optimized for mobile. So set both of these up and you'll be able to start collecting phone numbers on your SMS list from your website traffic, both from desktop and your mobile users. And we've seen as high as 6 to 8% opt-in rates with these sign-up forms. And I know for a fact with this exact sign-up form, Gymshark is getting anywhere from 6 to 8, even up to 10% of their website traffic onto this list. So make your sign-up form similar to this with a big picture of your products, a great headline with an interesting offer that they want to trade their phone number for, and make sure that you have the SMS consent text ready as well, so everything is legal and you are good to go. There are a few other really solid strategies that you can use to collect numbers that kind of fall outside of just your traditional pop-up form or any sign-up form that is just on your landing page. So I want to run through a couple of those and you can implement these strategies as well alongside the sign-up forms that you're already going to have. So some other ways to collect phone numbers are 1, ask for signups in your email flows. So a great place to put this is in kind of your post-purchase email flows where somebody is already a customer. They're already for sure interested in your brand. So what we like to do is just set up an email within our post-purchase flow that is asking people to sign up for SMS and giving them an incentive to do so in the form of a discount of some sort or some other incentive. So making sure that you kind of aggressively ask for people to sign up to SMS via some of your flows where it fits is a really great way to build your list. Another really good way to build your list is to send an email campaign. So similar to sending a flow and having it programmed in there, you can actually ask in its own specific email campaign. So you would send an email out, essentially giving an incentive to sign up, like I mentioned for the flow. So for example, 10% off your next order when you sign up for SMS. So basically, instead of just giving like a regular promotion, you're going to allow them to have this offer, but trade their phone number for it. So sending out an email campaign, a blast to a big portion of your engaged list is another really good way to collect numbers. And the third additional way that I wanted to tell you is, a great way to collect numbers and something that we use frequently is just using the SMS keywords that we mentioned here for people to sign up within our social media posts and even within our ads. So whether it's Facebook, Instagram, a TikTok post of any sort, what we'll do is we will have a keyword and we will tell people to text our number, that keyword, to sign up. And outside of keywords, you can also just send them to its own dedicated landing page. So let's say you posted an Instagram story, Instagram reel, right? Instagram post, and you could just link to a landing page where people would sign up for SMS and get some incentive in return. So these are a few additional ways outside of the traditional ways that we like to collect phone numbers, and this really helps build up the list along with just collecting from your landing page. So definitely implement some or all of these strategies and you will grow your list that much faster. Okay, now that you know how to collect these phone numbers and you have a list full of potential customer phone numbers, there are 7 core text automations that you should set up for your list. By automations, what I mean is messages that are going to automatically trigger to send to people on your list when they take a specific action on your website. So there are 7 of these core automations that we want to set up for our SMS list. And real quickly, I'll run you through what the 7 are, and then we're actually going to go through all 7 individually. I'm going to show you exactly how to set them up on a technical level, and I'm also going to show you the emails that should be, or the text rather, that should be included within these flows. So the 7 core text automations that you should set up for your list are the welcome automation, which is going to trigger when someone subscribes, the abandoned checkout automation, which is going to trigger when someone goes to checkout and leaves, the abandoned browse, which is going to trigger when someone views one of your products and leaves, the bounce back, which is going to be an immediate upsell after someone purchases, the customer thank you, which is going to be sent after a customer orders, thanking them for their purchase and kind of reducing their buyer's remorse. Number 6 is just going to be a simple shipping notification to let people know that their product has shipped. And number 7 is going to be a win back automation, which is for people who have not purchased in a pretty significant portion of time so that you can win them back as customers. So I'm going to go through all 7 of these individually and show you how to set them up. The very first flow or automation that you need to set up for SMS is the welcome series. So the welcome series actually triggers when someone subscribes to your SMS list, and then you're going to send them 3 different texts with a 1 to 2 day time delay between the first and second, and a 2 to 3 day time delay between the second and third. So the trigger filters for this flow are going to be, again, triggers when someone subscribes to SMS. And the flow filters for this are going to be that these people have placed an order 0 times since starting this flow, and they haven't been in the flow before. So essentially, if they got the first text and then purchased after it, they were going to just be removed from this flow so they don't receive the second and third. And if they've been in this flow before, they're not going to re-enter it. The actual content of the first text that you're going to send is just going to be a simple welcome to the list, and you're going to be giving them the discount that you promised them when they signed up for your SMS list in general. So whatever the discount from your pop-up form is. In Gymshark's case, the example that we showed above, it would be a simple welcome to Gymshark, take 10% off your first order, and then you would, send them to the link with the code already filled in so that they could get that 10% off. So pretty simple text for the first one. The second one would be after you wait 1 to 2 days after sending the first text, and the second text is going to be a product highlight. So pick one of your products that you want to highlight, and then again give the discount reminder and try to incentivize people to use the discount on whatever product that you highlighted. So in all these texts, keep in mind that you have a very limited word count. It's just 250 characters, but you're not even going to want to use that many because people don't want to read a long text advertisement. So basically, you're going to want to try to keep these text messages as brief as possible and only say exactly what you need to say. And I'll show you some examples of actual SMS texts that have been sent out and done really well, but just keep that in mind. So after SMS 2, you're going to send the third and final text in the welcome flow. And this time it's going to be 2 to 3 days in between when you sent the second text. And it's just going to be a last chance discount reminder. So again, let them know that they still have this discount. Add some urgency by saying that it is their last chance to secure it. So that is the welcome series. That's exactly how you set up the flow, and that's the exact content that you should actually have within it. Now, the next flow that you need to set up, the second one, is the abandoned checkout flow. So the abandoned checkout, if you're not already familiar with it from your email strategy, is just a automation that's going to send when people on your website start the checkout. So they've already added to your cart, they've then started the checkout, and then they abandon that checkout. So they don't finish it, they leave your website. They're going to be sent this text automation. So they start their checkout, they abandon it. It's going to wait 30 minutes to 2 hours and you should test the time delays. Some work better for other brands, so make sure you test between 30-minute to 2-hour time delay, and then you're going to send them the first text within this automation. So the trigger filters here are going to be that they started the checkout and that they can receive SMS marketing. So make sure that they're eligible to receive it. That's the trigger filters. And for the settings, you're going to want to turn smart sending off and quiet hours on. So this is very important. Make sure that you have these settings correct. Then you're going to wait 30 minutes to 2 hours, and the content of the email that you're going to send is just going to be a simple cart reminder. So whatever they had in their cart, let them know that they're missing it, they haven't finished their checkout, and actually give them an incentive to do so. So remind them they left something in their cart and give them a bit of a discount, an extra push to actually go pull the trigger. And very simple, but the abandoned checkout is going to be huge because you can, send a text straight to their phone, letting them know that they didn't complete their order and actually give them this discount to go and do it. So make sure you have the abandoned checkout flow set up. For the third text flow, this one is an interesting one. It's called the browse abandonment, and it's similar to the abandoned checkout, except it's going to be a lower level in your sales funnel. So the browse abandonment flow is for people that have not checked out or added to cart, but they've gone to your website and they've viewed a specific product and then they left the website without taking any further steps, right? They didn't add it to cart, they didn't check out, they just looked at the product and they left. You're going to, again, have a 30-minute to 2-hour time delay here that you're going to test, and then you're going to send them one email with the intention of getting these people back to your website. So the triggers, viewed product, make sure that they're subscribed to SMS marketing, and then again, you're going to keep smart sending off and quiet hours on. This is very important so that you're not sending texts during times when these people are asleep, and you want to make sure that you follow protocol. So it's important to have this, and then smart sending. This is just going to skip certain people if they receive SMS texts beforehand. So you don't want that on. You want to make sure that you can send to all of these people when they abandon browse. So the content of the first SMS text, and the only one in this flow, is just going to be something like, hey, did you see something that you liked? Go check out more of our products. This is the promo we have going on right now. And then you are going to redirect them to the website, again, with another incentive for them to go a little bit further in this sales funnel. So basically, this flow is just for reducing churn, getting people back to your website, getting them to take further steps rather than just viewing the product. So again, very important to set up. For the fourth text flow out of 7 here, you're going to set up a bounce back flow. So the bounce back flow is essentially an immediate upsell post-purchase. So someone has placed an order, you're going to wait 1 to 2 days, and you're actually going to send them one text here, kind of upselling and getting them to purchase something that's related with a discount while they're interested in your products because they just purchased. So trigger, again, placed order, flow filters, that they've placed order only once all time, right? You don't want to do this for a bunch of reoccurring purchases. And then that they placed an order 0 times since starting this flow, right? So this is what you're going to want to set up. You're going to wait 1 to 2 days, like I said, and then the actual content of this text is going to be an immediate upsell of a related item plus a discount. So don't do this if someone buys something. Don't upsell them a completely unrelated item because it's going to make no sense after their purchase if it's not related. But if someone buys, say, something like a pajama shirt, then immediately upselling them on a sleep mask or something of that sort, something very related, is going to work really well. Or for example, for a tea brand, right? Someone buys one tea flavor, you can immediately upsell them a similar but different tea flavor with a discount because they're likely going to want to actually, upgrade, get something else along with what they already ordered. Well, they can add a discount. So this is a money printer as far as SMS flows go, and this is one that I don't see a ton of people have set up. So make sure you set up the bounce back flow. For the fifth automation in here, it's actually a post-purchase flow, and it's the customer thank you. So instead of just having the bounce back where you're immediately upselling, you also want to have this flow set up to thank your customers for actually purchasing. Right? It's very important as a brand for your reputation to let the people that purchase from you know that they're important to you. So make sure you send out the customer thank you. And you're also going to want to split this by the amount of time people have ordered. So for the trigger here, it's going to be that they've actually placed order. So make sure that you have that. It says start a checkout here, but the trigger is actually going to be placed order. And then you're going to wait 1 day and you're going to filter it by whether or not this person has bought once or multiple times, right? You want to thank repeat customers and first-time customers in a different way. So they should each get their own individual text message saying, hey, thank you for, your first time purchase, or thank you for purchasing multiple times. So you're going to split that and send both of these groups of people a customer thank you. So make sure again that you have these filters: placed order 0 times since starting this flow, and canceled order 0 times since starting this flow. And then again, make sure that smart sending is off and quiet hours are on, and that they've placed their order once only over all time. So the first variation of the content for the first time buyers is going to be a thank you for the people that have bought for the first time. And then for the people that have placed an order 2 times or more, you're going to send them a repeat buyer thank you specific to them. So yes, customer thank you for people that have either bought once or are repeat buyers. Make sure you treat them differently. And this will do a lot for your brand because your audience will know that you actually care that they purchased. And this helps kind of reduce any of this buyer's remorse that they might have and actually helps them feel a lot better about their purchase. So make sure you have the customer thank you set up with these exact settings. Text flow 6 is just a pretty simple shipping notification where you let your customer know when their order has arrived and been fulfilled. So this is honestly just for the overall buyer experience. I know for me, whenever I purchase something, I need to know when it arrives at my house. And a lot of times just an email sending this isn't going to be checked right away. So making sure that you send these people a text when their product has arrived is just super helpful and kind of upgrades the buyer experience overall. So the way that you're going to set this up is really simple. It's just going to be when the order has been fulfilled. So when it has actually shipped, you're going to wait 15 to 30 minutes, more like 15 probably, most of the time. And then you're going to send them this text message. So the trigger, fulfilled order, again, smart sending off, quiet hours on, wait 15 to 30 minutes, and send them your order has shipped message. Basically just saying, hey, your order has arrived at your door or in your mailbox, right? Go get it, go grab it, and, start enjoying it. So yeah, just simple shipping notification to let these people know when their product is at their door. Moving into text flow 7, this is the 7th and final automation that we're actually going to set up for SMS, and this is a customer win back. So the way that the customer win back is set up is someone places an order. You're going to wait 50 to 90 days after they place this order. And if they haven't purchased again since starting this flow, basically they're going to get 2 emails or 2 texts that are winning them back essentially and trying to get them to come back, place another order since they only placed one and there's been a time delay between them. So the trigger, someone places an order. The flow filters are that they have placed an order 0 times since starting the flow and that they're still an active profile. You're then going to have the time delay. And then the 2 texts content-wise are going to be like this. The first one will be, hey, it's been a while, right? Basically acknowledging that they haven't purchased in a long time in a brief amount of words. And you're going to tell them, hey, here's what's been going on, right? If you had a new product launch or multiple, you could say, hey, here are 3 new products that you're missing out on, or hey, here's the discount that we're running right now, right? Let them know that they should actually come back and check things out. So that's the first one. The second one is going to be after you've waited 10 days after this first text has been sent, and it's going to be a little bit more aggressive, and it's going to be a come back, here's 10% off, right? So tell them to come back, and then also give them an incentive in the form of a percentage discount, a cash discount, some sort of guarantee. Make them feel special and like they are incentivized to actually come back and purchase the item that they used again. And if they enjoyed the product the first time, and a lot of times they just forget to come back, this is going to be really useful, and this is going to get people to feel like they should come back now and make their purchase. So the win back flow is really huge for customers that have only purchased one time in the past or multiple times and just haven't purchased in a long time. It's really huge for getting them to come back and be repeat buyers. So make sure that you have this one set up as well. And there you have it. Those are the 7 automations that you should be setting up: the welcome flow, abandoned checkout flow, abandoned browse flow, bounce back or immediate upsell, customer thank you, shipping notification, and customer win back flow. So set up all 7 of these automations with these exact settings that I pointed out and the exact content that I mentioned within these texts, and you're going to be really, really successful. You're going to have flows that really print money for your SMS strategy. So now that we've gone through that, I want to actually explain to you how you should be running campaigns, how sparingly you should be running campaigns, the styles, and what the actual texts are going to look like in action. So unlike email campaigns, which you should be sending out 3 to 4 times per week to keep your list engaged, you're only going to send SMS campaigns out when there is something extremely relevant and worthwhile to show to the customer, right? Remember that these are actual texts that are going straight to their phone. So if you're going to send this text and actually notify them, you have to make sure that it means something. So these are the only 3 styles of SMS campaigns that we run, and all 3 of these account for this to make sure that what we're sending is worthwhile and is going to be campaigns that are actually going to generate a bunch of revenue for the brand. So here are the 3 styles. The first one is sending a campaign for sales. So you're running a promo on your website, a sale of some sort. You want to let your SMS list, you want to let these customers know. So send them a text telling them about a current and exciting promotion that you're running. Here's a great example of that by this brand called Pause. So they were having an end of year sale. So they wanted to let their SMS list know. So they sent this pretty simple text letting them know. So end of year sale is here. Only a few days left to save 50% on select sales. Some urgency. Just use code 2020 at checkout. And then they just link to the sale with an actual picture of it. So great example of this, right? Nobody's going to get mad that you let them know that there's a promo going on when you do it in this way. So this is a worthwhile text to send. So send it out. This is the first style of campaigns that we use. The second style of SMS campaigns that we use is sending a campaign for new releases, right? You have a new product drop. Let your SMS list be the first one to know. Again, this is relevant enough to send to them. So here is an example of what a campaign for a new product release will look like. This is from Free People. They said, so many new arrivals just dropped. Shop all new pants, dresses, skirts, and tops with free shipping. So they give this incentive. They let these people know that there are a bunch of new products that are dropping, and then they actually give them a picture in the link of what these new products look like. So again, very relevant, very useful to them, and these perform super well because people get excited about new releases, especially when you give something like free shipping. So campaigns for releases, another thing that you should be doing. The third and final style of campaign that you need to be running for your SMS list is campaigns for specific product highlights. So again, this is relevant enough to send if you keep it brief and you highlight a specific product and explain to your list why it will solve their specific problems. So Liquid IV does a really good job of this in this text, where they say a refreshing tangerine flavor with bright notes of orange and kumquat, plus a blend of vitamin C, zinc, and Wellmune. Shop now with a picture of this specific product. So again, you're going to want to do this style of this style of text sparingly, but again, very relevant if you're actually solving their problems. You can definitely send them out a text every now and again highlighting, one of your specific products. So these are the only 3 email campaigns, or the only 3 reasons that you really should be sending out email campaigns to your list, right? If you're going to send anything other than a campaign for sales, for new releases, and a campaign for a specific product highlight, make sure you follow the rule here and make sure it means something. Right? Do not send an SMS campaign unless it's going to be very, very relevant to your list. Keep that as a rule of thumb, and your campaigns will be very, very successful. So there you have it. That is my simple A to Z SMS marketing tutorial on how you can actually set up SMS for your own ecom brand as early as this week. Now you know how to actually set up your list, how to collect phone numbers from your traffic onto an SMS list, what SMS automations to send to make sure that you can send these people texts based on the specific actions that they take on your website. And you know the 3 styles of actual SMS campaigns that you should be sending to this list. So with all of this knowledge, go ahead and, start your own SMS marketing. And if you would like to, keep this document for yourself, since there's a lot of specifics, especially as far as the SMS automations go, I'm going to put a link to this exact document that I covered in the description down low of this video. So you can go through, keep this for yourself, and whenever you're ready to set up SMS, just reference it and do so. And other than that, if you are an ecom brand who likes all of this information, who really wants SMS set up but just doesn't have either the time or expertise to be able to go ahead and implement these things, then I'm also going to put a link to our website below. You can book a call and we can talk about how we could get SMS marketing built out very quickly for your ecom brand. So yeah, go down low, book a call, or just go look through this document, do it yourself. And other than that, thank you for watching and have a good one.